When Pastor Rich and I talked about the possibility of me reading a testimonial, I was once again excited, but at a loss as to what to say to a reconciling church, a congregation. Through the next several hours, the word golden made its presence known. Silence is golden, and the proverbial golden rule came first. Then a sober sister mentioned the word golden, as did a longtime family friend. Thoughts of golden silence led me to thoughts about a mission. Looking up the definition of a mission, which is the failure to do something, especially something that has a moral or legal obligation to do, led to a quote from Martin Luther King. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. I knew I was a lesbian when I was 13, and I considered myself morally defective, unworthy, and unlovable, unclean in the words of today's liturgy. Unfortunately, in high school, I was so afraid of being found out that I was a lesbian that I jumped on the socially accepted bandwagon and dished out abuse to a teammate who was brave enough at age 16 to admit to being a lesbian. I came out to myself when I was 18, to my family and to the world at large when I was 24 in 1987. I have never been a militant, in-your-face lesbian, though I admire my sisters who are. But I lived my truth with my partner in a very conservative, blue-collar neighborhood in Lexington, Kentucky for over 10 years. And our example opened hearts and minds amongst our neighbors. And it probably didn't hurt that we threw fabulous parties. I also lived my truth throughout my culinary career, knowing that my sexuality made me an even more desirable target among my male counterparts, more points in the male game of betting the female coworker. My father and stepmother, though supportive to my face and in my presence, never supported me in public. They were major supporters and financial donors of the Kentucky Republican Party, and by their silence, they condoned every vile, unjust, hateful, and morally wrong sentiment expressed by that party from 1987 until 2012. Then, in 2012, to my ever-loving astonishment, my stepmother started refusing to donate to anti-gay candidates she and my father had supported for decades. She didn't send the customary donations. When the donation phone calls came, she told them she had a stepdaughter who was a lesbian and therefore could not, in good conscience, support an anti-gay candidate. Two of the candidates, refusing to believe that she had actually said that or that she had withheld the money, actually came to the front door. And the front door that had been wide open to them in the past was shut firmly in their faces. My father relayed this to me the following year after my stepmother had died. I can only imagine the repercussions she faced in a small, socially conservative Kentucky town by her actions. Up to that point, she had never rocked her stable boat, and my gratitude for what she did is still strong today. Silence is a tricky thing, sometimes golden, sometimes more of a yellow color. It can represent a pause in our actions while we fully investigate and own our feelings about something, or it can represent an unwillingness or an inability to act on our morals, our principles, our core beliefs, who we are. It can forestall a hasty reaction until an appropriate response is available, or it can be a place in which to hide away out of fear of social retribution. The golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, never wavers in its vibrant, resilient, golden glow. Jesus' example, his public willingness to touch the leper, welcoming him into the world despite the repercussions, shines with golden intensity on this day when we celebrate the rainbow colors of our shared humanity. Voicing our support of our sisters and brothers, giving them what we ourselves need and appreciate, shines that golden light into our lives. By giving, we receive, and the gratitude wave grows, and we grow closer to God. I want to thank Pastor Rich for this opportunity to not only review and reflect upon a large part of my life, but to share it with you. And I thank this amazing reconciling congregation for listening. President Obama said, "One voice can change the world." But not if it is silent, not if I am silent, not if we are silent. And we all have beautiful voices. Happy Pride.